guys, welcome to the driving portion of the video. We're gonna take a little stroll down some of my favorite back roads. And yeah, we'll just kind of talk about the car. You can listen to it, run, so on and so forth. So this is Gary Pratt's personal car. This is the only one with a supercharged engine. So they do Lingenfelter engines. I know all the Corvette guys know who they are. So it's a pretty potent mix. So we got the internals. We got, you know, diamond pistons. There's Oliver rods. It's got a Skelly forged Dragon Slayer crank. It's got some upgraded internals. I don't know how traffic's gonna be. I'm gonna try to do a 5/10 driving video here in a moment. But we have custom-made BBS forged aluminum wheels on here. You got the center locks on it. You get a big torque wrench in the trunk, which I have photoed in the gallery. It's a really nicely made tool. Got a lot of carbon fiber on the body. I'll point it all out to you on the walk around. The fenders, quarter panels, bumper, air intake, and the engine bay is all carbon fiber. It's a really docile car to drive around the streets. When you're just cruising, it feels like your regular Z06. The gear shift is really nice. It's a Tremec T56 in here. I believe it's got a short throw on there as well. So first, second, and third all have a really easy gates to get into. So there's third, and then your fourth. Once you go into fifth, it feels like you have a little bit of a spring load on it there, fifth and sixth, so you don't accidentally go into them when you're, you know, driving on the back road. So it's a really nicely tuned gearbox. We're gonna pause here for a second and give us a little space, and then we'll, you know, give it some beans. We'll be right back in a moment. You guys will probably recognize this road from the other driving videos from our other listings, but let's get on it. So Pratt tuned suspension. Obviously those guys know how to set up a car. And we got 6-pot Brembos in front, 4 in the rear. Tight road for this, but brakes are really good. Yeah, the car comes alive at past 4 or 5 tenths. It's fantastic. and then you go right back into daily driver mode. And it completely calms down. So it's definitely not like any of the German, you know, cars like GT3s. This car felt quite untamed and a little sketchy, which I really like. The brakes grab really hard and firm. I don't know if they did anything. I don't think they did anything with the brake tuning, but the pedal goes down deep enough to where you can heel toe. The brake pedal is pretty far up compared to the throttle pedal, so that's really nicely done. What other notes do I have on that? Gear shift's super easy. It's a pretty heavy throw, and this feels like a really heavily weighted shift knob, but it's really positive and super engaging. God, it goes from just a big yellow carbon fiber axe murderer to a completely docile Sunday cruiser. Yeah, we'll flip around here and we'll go do that road again, I think. Closing thoughts. It requires your full attention when you're getting on that. I mean, honestly, that felt like 3/4 of the car's abilities. It's expensive. I do not want to hurt this. This is a one of one. You cannot replicate this car. But just kind of shows you the capabilities of it. And I want to thank my cameraman here for being very brave and helping me out. You just drive it normally, it's just so relaxed. Oh, I caught up to the 911. That was ahead of me by a couple minutes. So there's that. But yeah, Brian Thompson made one hell of an engine. This power plant is one of the craziest things I think I've driven, and I get to drive everything under the sun. But God, it's wild. It's composed, but it isn't. I don't know, I'm just trying to collect my thoughts. This car is fantastic. I'm by no means a Corvette guy. I've driven a lot of them, and they're good, but they don't light your hair on fire. This car actually raises the hair on the back of your neck. It feels, you can feel all the race heritage in it. I love the suspension being tuned by a Le Mans winning race team on a street car. How often do you get that? Came about. completely insane. We'll do one more little. The Michelins are starting to get a little bit heat in them. This will be my last loop. I do not want the police getting called on me because this thing is loud. Are so long. You can get on the throttle so early out of corners too. Once the Michelin's heat up. See, I would have expected to lose a little bit of grip, have a little bit of oversteer in that corner, but I didn't. And there's so much torque to drag you out of them. I felt a little bit of slip right there. Throttle and full throttle there in third gear. Let off. Little dabble of brakes. A little slip in the rear. Cool. Well, there we are. I don't know if a Pratt & Miller's been driven in anger really on the internet before. This might be a first. I'll have to double check and redact that if it isn't, but thanks for watching. We're gonna go to the walk around video next.